4 starters are out of this game for them that they just announced. Saquon Barkley, not playing. Elise Ojulari, their best pass rusher, not playing. Left tackle Andrew Thomas, who I think is probably a top 3 to 5 left tackle in the NFL, not playing. Ben Bretson, starting guard, not playing. That's 4 starters, 2 on the offensive line, pass rusher, and their best offensive player in Saquon Barkley. Usually running backs don't matter too much, but now Matt Breida is going to be starting against us. Matt Breida revenge game, baby. I'm joking, obviously, but they're struggling. They got 2 players that are questionable. Wan'Dale Robinson, they're kind of wide receiver, which it's funny. You look at all their wide receivers, they're all slot guys. They're all shifty slot guys or slot vertical threats. They have no true wide receivers. They don't. Isaiah Hodgins is probably the closest thing to a true just wide receiver. They're all slot wide receivers with Darren Waller. Like, it's a mess. The way they built their team is very unique. Micah McFadden, their linebacker, he's questionable. It's not great. It's just not great. They're not healthy. They're not good. It's a mess. Now, again, we talked about how them being 1-1. Last year, they were 9-7-1, barely made the playoffs. They got third in the NFC East last year. They're currently dead last in the NFC East because everybody else is 2-0. Listen to this, 28th in points scored. They've only scored 31 points. Niners have put up 30 both games. They are combined 31 points. 32nd in points allowed. Defense is not good. Wink Martindale, their DC, we'll dive into him. Scheme doesn't work without corners. Like, he is a corner-dependent defensive coordinator. Guess what? You got 2 rookies out there starting. Out of your 3 corners, you got 2 rookies. Not good. Rough. PFF rankings. Listen to this. Out of 32 teams, right? Overall, Giants, 32nd out of 32. Offense, tied for 25th out of 32. Defense, 29th out of 32. Special teams, 30th out of 32. Every single one of them is bottom 10. Some of them are bottom. Like, not good. 49ers, overall 3rd. Offense, 8th. Defense, 2nd. Special teams, 24th. If we got a better special teams unit than you, something wrong there. Now, I think we're on the come up if we can fix our kickoff and kickoff return and punt return, things like that. But I digress. Let's look at Brian Daboll because I do think that he's a hell of a coach. I really, really do. He beat Shanahan for Coach of the Year. Last year, Shanahan was runner-up. He got second most votes. Daboll got the first most votes. Now, started at William and Mary, went to Michigan State as a GA, got on as an assistant with the Patriots, bumped himself up. He went from defensive assistant to wide receivers coach. Then he went to the Jets, was quarterbacks coach, Browns OC, Kansas City Chiefs OC, Patriots tight end coach. Then he jumped down to Alabama college level, was their offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach. Then to Buffalo OC. Now he's been the Giants head coach, and he won Coach of the Year in his very first year as head coach. So absolutely incredible. He's been a part of 5 Super Bowls, Coach of the Year, Assistant of the Year in 2020, and he won a college football national championship in 2017. He's got it. His regular season record, 10-8-1. He's over 500 with not a 500 roster. He is maximizing what they can do offensively. Now, the offensive coordinator, Mike Kafka. I remember him in Northwestern. That's where he played college ball. He was a quarterback there. Got drafted in the 4th round by the Eagles. He played for a long time. He played with the Eagles, Patriots, Jags, Bucks, Vikings, Titans, Bengals. Bounced around, career backup. That's just kind of what he was. Then as a coach, he goes to Northwestern, his alma mater, as a GA. Jumps on as an assistant with the Chiefs. Then gets promoted to quarterbacks coach. Then promoted to passing game coordinator. Now he's the New York Giants OC. So bright mind, aspiring kind of young quarterback with a name. Going to be a head coach guy at some point if they stay on this. If you can make Daniel Jones look adequate, you're going to get a head coaching job. And so he's one of these kind of young risers. There's no doubt about that. That's just what the offense is. Now, if we keep looking through, let's stick with the coaching. And I like this background. Hopefully people enjoy this part of it. And, if you ever want to share your tidbits with us, we're always here to listen. So you can reach out to us, 49ers Rush Podcast at gmail.com, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, we're everywhere. Just type in 49ers Rush Podcast. We'll pop up. Because like a lot of times I want to know what y'all like. I love this deep dive into coaches. I want to know everybody's journey. Now it's a short week because usually I go through all those coaching staffs, the different teams they were on, and I want to know who they coached with, who they coached for. I want to know all that stuff, the coaching tree and the player relationship. That's my jam. It's the what 7 steps to Kevin Bacon. Doing that with football, I'm the happiest man alive. That's my jam. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Ed? He says new coaching record 10-9-1. Let's go. Predicting the loss. I love it. I love it. Let's see here. Josh, he says, is the guard left side or right side? He is the left guard. So their left tackle and left guard are both out. Now, if I'm going to spin this, let me put my coaching hat on, and I'm talking to the 49ers defensive tackle, defensive end room, all that stuff. I'm saying, hey, guys, his backups played better than him. His backup, Marcus McKeithen, has come in, played 68 snaps, not like he's bad. He's outperformed him. He's a better run blocker than he is pass blocker, and he's tough. Comes out of North Carolina. It was a 2022 fifth-round pick. He's only played, this is his first game, was last week against Arizona. He came in the second half, and he played really well. So he's a young pup, and they got young pups on both sides. So you got Joshua Izwedu. I hope I pronounced his name. Guess where he played? North Carolina. So while they're young, 2002, 22, third-round pick. The left tackle and left guard have played together their whole careers, college careers. Now they're together, NFL careers. Little bit different going against the Cardinals and going against the 49ers defensive line. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. Steven says, great team stopped the spiral. I don't see the Giants surviving the season after they get this L from the Niners. They got to win division games. That's you got to. In the NFC East, you got to win division games. They're down 0-1. In the big scheme of things, I don't think this game's pivotal to the playoffs for either team. They have the Seahawks next week on Monday Night Football. So after this game, we hate the Giants now. I hate them. I always hate the Giants. I'm going to love them next week. You bet your rear end I'll be pulling for them against freaking gum smacking Silver Fox. Flynn, I like this question. John, is there any player on the Giants that is playing on Thursday that is better than a Niner at the same position? Ooh, that is a good question. I don't think that there is an answer. I think probably the best player on their team that is currently playing is Dexter Lawrence. He is pretty freaking awesome. But having said that, I'm not sure he's a different player than what we have in Javon Hargrave and Eric Armstead. Like they're not the same human being. Bobby Okereke, their linebacker they got from the Colts, incredible. He's not better than Greenlaw, let alone Warner. Yeah, Dexter Lawrence is the one that stands out to me. John Michael Smith Jr., their center, who I really like, rookie. I had a first-round grade on this dude. I loved him. Hasn't shown it yet. And got to give credit to my man, Jake Brindle. That dude's put up back-to-back stunners. He is a run game and blocking extraordinaire. Never saw it last year. Jake Brindle, pass blocker only last year, not this year. Dude got mean. No. I think that is a wonderful question, Flynn. I would not take one person on there. Maybe I would take a Dory Jackson in the slot over Isaiah Oliver. But after what Oliver did last week, maybe I got to pump the brakes a little bit there. Because they do the same thing that we do where Dory Jackson plays outside and inside. He does both. But I think slot's kind of his best spot. Dory Jackson, maybe. That's it. It's not a good roster. Kayvon Thibodeau, maybe over Drake Jackson, but he ain't done crap in the pros. That's just all potential. He's a top 5 pick, right? I'm not taking Daniel Jones over Brock Purdy. There's no way in hell. Nah. I mean, you look at what they did last year. Just God no. He didn't even throw. Brock Purdy threw for more touchdowns than Daniel Jones did last year. Daniel Jones played the whole damn year. Right now, Daniel Jones has 2 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions, 63% completion percentage. Been sacked 10 times. Ugh. And he cost $40 million more. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, Stephen Roy getting the Aussie chant. Oi, oi, oi. All right, here we go. Let's talk DC. Don Martindale, he'd been around the league for a long time, baby. Long, long time. Started off at Defiance back in the 80s as their DC. Went to Notre Dame, became an assistant Cincinnati coach for about 3 years, Western Illinois, Western Kentucky. Then he joined the Raiders as a linebackers coach back in 2004. Was with them for 4 years. Then Broncos, 2009. Went from linebackers coach to DC for the Broncos. Then he went to the Ravens. He was over with the Ravens when we played them. Yeah, we know in the Super Bowl, it's what it is. Eventually became their DC. Then he joined the Giants last year. And yeah, he was there when they beat us in the Super Bowl. So, hey, man, there's some unfinished business. That's all I got to say. Take care of your business. Take care of your business. Represent. I know there weren't that many, there were no players on this team. Eric Armstead's the longest tenured. Long gone. None of these players were a part of that Ravens Super Bowl. Don't care. Represent the emblem. What you wear matters. And what the 49ers are wearing this week, the 94 freaking red throwbacks. Are you kidding me? The whites are my favorite, but the reds, whew, we only seen them twice this year. That's it. The red throwbacks coming out twice. This is one. Enjoy that, Biz. I've not thought about my jersey choice yet. I do have a red throwback. I have a Bosa red throwback. I got to go look through the closet. I got to see what I'm going to wear. But yes, red throwbacks, that's what we're wearing. That's what's up. History of this matchup. It's tied. And if you're coming out to the tailgate tomorrow, that's one of the trivia questions, so helping you there. They played 42 times. Each team has won 21 times. It's tied right down the damn middle. Time to break that tie, baby. However, since 2005, most of you guys know this, Giants have had our number. 7-4 since 2005. The 49 or the Giants have been against the 49ers. Last matchup was in 2020. This was the second MetLife game. We had the Jets. That's where everybody got hurt. Then we had to play on that damn turf again. We won 36-9. We had no Kittle, no Debo, no Bosa, no Jimmy G. It was just a mess. No Solomon Thomas. It was just bad. Mullins goes out there. He diced it up. Ayuk had a rushing touchdown. Jeff Wilson Jr. had a rushing touchdown. And this name makes you mad. Jerick McKinnon had a rushing touchdown. I think it was his only one for all of us. Now, if we look at the team that the Giants have currently, they made some big additions. A'Shawn Robinson, yeah, we know him with the Rams' longtime run stuffer. Paris Campbell, slot guy who just can't stay healthy. Darren Waller, which is the closest thing to a slot tight end out there. They lost Julian Love, their safety. They lost Nick Gates, their center. But I really like their draft class. Deion Banks in the first round, corner from Maryland. He's fun. A physical corner. Liked him a lot. John Michael Smith's probably my favorite pick of theirs. Minnesota center. We're going to see a lot of him. Jalen Hyatt, liked him too. But he went on a team where he doesn't get to play because all you have is these slot guys. If you had an opening at the slot, Jalen Hyatt, he's a burner, man. Out of Tennessee, he just runs go routes. He's had 3 targets this year. The average depth of target he's had, 37.5 yards. Dude just runs go routes. Eric Gray, running back out of Oklahoma. We did a lot of his film because, what's his name? Braden Willis was blocking for him. Trey Hawkins, corner out of Old Dominion. He's starting for him. Jordan Riley, defensive line. And Josh, they got your boy and let him go. Gervais Owens, the safety. I know you're in here, Josh. Josh was the biggest fan of that dude. They got him, and they cut him. And now he's bouncing around the league. Not sure where he is currently, but I know he's not on the Giants, or at least I don't think he is. Now, let's jump into the 49ers defense. Or, sorry, the Giants defense. I keep doing that. Let's talk about what they got going on. It's about as bad as it gets. It's as bad as it gets. 32nd points allowed out of 32 teams. They're dead last. 15th in total yards. That's not as bad. 21st in turn. They have not forced a turnover. They don't have a sack or a turnover. What the hell, man? What are you doing? You don't have a sack or a turnover? What are you doing? And you're one of the most blitz-heavy teams, and you have 0 sacks. And you played the Cardinals. Joshua Dobbs. What? Ugh. 24th. They have no fumbles recovered, 18th in first downs allowed. The one thing they're good at, I don't think they're good at, the score's been run up on them. So everybody just runs the ball. They've only allowed one passing touchdown, which is best in the NFL. So that's, if you're trying to hang your hat on something they're good at, it's not coverage. It's just the games are so lopsided. People just try to run the clock out on them. 26 in rushing yards allowed. You got to be kidding me. 25th in yards per rush. They allow 4.6 yards per rush. The 49ers are the best in the NFL at yards per rush. Oh, this is just scaring me. I hate this. I don't like doing this. I like fun matchups. This is not fun. It's not. This is, it's funny. My kids, they're not here. They don't listen to the show. They don't listen to me anyway. When we were foster parents. We adopted our boys. Both of them came in. They were 4 and 9, and they were angry little devils, and they just beat the crap out of everybody. They both got expelled first year I had them, and so I was like, man, what do we do? So we tried like corralling their anger and letting it out at home and trying to wrestle with them. What it did work. Put them in jiu-jitsu. That actually helped considerably. And I would talk to them. I'd be like, look, guys, if somebody hits you or puts their hands on you, I want you to defend yourself. And a lot of people might disagree with this, but anyway, all this to say this: I stand by this today. You fight somebody smaller than you, you're in the wrong. I don't give a damn what they do. If they're smaller than you, they have no business fighting you, and they start it, man, just freaking hold them on the ground, stick your hand out, and just keep them calm. But if you beat up somebody that is smaller than you, you're in the wrong. You don't do that. You can fight up. Now, don't start the fight, but you can finish it. You can fight up. Somebody bigger than you, older than you, and they're trying to whatever. All right, cool. Like, you don't start it, but whatever. You do not fight down. I don't know why. It just bothers the hell out of me. I don't like bullies. I believe in bullying bullies. Again, I think I'm going to get a lot of emails on things I shouldn't believe in, but that's okay. That's what this game feels like. There's a playoff team last year, but I can't find a reason why this is going to be a competitive game. I believe in parity. It's a short week. They're a great coaching staff. I get all those damn things. I don't care. This team sucks. And you're sitting there saying, John, trap game. I get it. I get it. You watch this film. You go watch their all 22 against the Cowboys or the Cardinals. And I tried to make myself feel better. So I watched the second half of the Cardinals game where they came back and won. Still sucked. Still sucked. They're not good. They are not a good football team. And to make matters worse, guess who you play next week? The Arizona Cardinals, who they beat, who are trying to actively tank. Anyway.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.